Hello and welcome. Today we are looking at the DM107S from Ming, courtesy of GearBest.com. Check out their site for more cool quadcopters just like this one. Now this quadcopter is a small foldable agile drone with a 720p HD streaming camera, automated features such as auto takeoff, auto land, headless mode, and plenty of other cool features. So let's check it out. Now the drone comes in this simple rectangular black box. Right here on the upper left hand corner, you can see it's from Ming DM, and this is the DM107S remote control quadcopter. It's for 14 plus, and it has its app in the Apple and Android app stores. Here on the side it has a listing of its features such as altitude hold, 6-axis gyro, Wi-Fi FPV streaming, flips, so on and so forth. So a very simple presentation there, nothing there at the bottom. So let's open her up and take a look. So we got that lid off here. We have a little styrofoam protector there. And so right away we could see the drone already compacted in there, and it has a cool design on it. Here's a little baggie with the charger, spare propellers, screwdriver, and some other plastic pieces. So we'll take a closer look at that. Here's the transmitter. Here are the propeller guards. Here's the battery right here. So pretty cool. Mobile device clip. The transmitter, and let's take out the drone here. Pretty neat. Right here are the instruction manuals. So pretty cool set right here. So now let's organize all this and take another look. Now, taking a final look at the contents of the box, we have the drone itself. It's 3.7 volt, 900 milliamp LiPo battery, its instruction manuals, its micro USB charger, 4 spare propellers, a screwdriver, propeller guards, end caps to use in place of the propeller guards, the transmitter, and its mobile device clip. So that's essentially the contents of the box. Now let's take a closer look at the drone. Now, taking a closer look at the drone, this is a very interesting looking drone. It kind of resembles some of the Spark lookalikes that are currently out there. It has a very similar body shape to those Spark clones that are out there. Only this one is all black, and it has this interesting design at the top. It is a brushed motor quadcopter, and it is foldable. So you would fold the rear legs first to fold it in. And so very easy to fold, as you can see here. And this is how it looks when it's all compact. So very easy to fold and unfold. So yeah, very cool design, very compact. Has a good weight to it, a bit on the heavy side, but still flies very well. Right here we have these openings where you can either put propeller guards or end caps, and I'll show you one of those right now. So it does come with 4 of these little plastic end caps, and you just slide them in like so, and then just pop them in, and I guess you would get a little less wind resistance there because that pocket would be sealed. But in any case, it flies very well with or without it. It has good lights for orientation, as you can see here on the legs towards the side. It does have pretty good lighting, and it has a main light there in the front with 2 lights there that resemble eyes. Right here in the front, we have the 720p HD wide-angle camera. And it is tiltable 45 degrees, so you can tilt this like so. like that. So very good, simple tilt. Now I believe there is a version of this that has a 0.3 megapixel lower resolution camera, but this one has the 2 megapixel 720p camera. Down here at the bottom there's just a little hole in there. I believe there are some optical flow versions of this, or there might be they might be coming out soon. So I believe this is for another 720p camera, but in this model it's just like a plastic ring that's right there at the bottom. Here's the Wi-Fi antenna there, and right here, like in the bottom, you might see a little slit there. That's for the SD card right here. So you slide the SD card down there, and right here is the battery bay. So let's take a quick look at the battery here. Let's pop that out. So now here is the battery, and as mentioned earlier, this is a 3.7 volt 900 milliamp LiPo battery, and it has a proprietary casing to it, but it does have a charge port here for a micro USB cable. So you could just charge it with a micro USB cable for about an hour, hour and a half, and it does provide the quadcopter with around an 8 or 9 minute flight time. So that's pretty good there. But overall, a very cool looking quadcopter, very stable, good flight characteristics, good yaw spin to it at the high rates. So overall, very cool. So now let's take a closer look at its transmitter. Now, taking a closer look at the transmitter, this is a small square transmitter, and it requires the mounting of this small mobile device clip, but that's real easy. You just slide it onto the antenna. And this transmitter does take 2 AA batteries right there in the back. So you would just take off the lid and put those there in the back. So going over the controls a bit, we have our left throttle stick and our right rudder stick. We have directional trims right here on the side here. We have our on-off switch right here in the middle. We have our camera button right here at the top and our video button right down here. This is our auto takeoff, auto land button, our emergency stop button. If you push in the right rudder stick, that'll activate headless mode. And then here at the top, there are 2 more buttons. This one right here at the top here is the rates or speed button, and that's denoted with 1 to 3 beeps. 1 being the slowest rate and 3 being the fastest rate. And right here at the upper right hand corner is the flips button. So basically you would push this button, you'd hear some beeps, and then in whichever direction you move the rudder, it will flip in that direction. So that's essentially it for the controller. It's a small, square, simple controller, pretty comfortable. Not one of the bigger transmitters out there, but it does the job, so very good. So now let's take a look at the app and a first time setup and flight. Now, going over a first time setup and flight of the drone, once fully charged batteries have been inserted in both the transmitter and drone, you would power on the drone by pushing the center button right here at the top. It's within the little pattern there at the top. And once you see the lights blinking like that, you would turn on the transmitter like so. And now you have to bind them both, and you would do that by putting the left throttle stick up and down, and you'd hear 2 beeps. And once that's done, you may want to calibrate the gyros, and that's done on a ground level while the drone is flat and not moving. And basically you put the left throttle stick and right rudder stick down and to the middle, like so. And you'll hear a beep, see some flashing, and then it will be calibrated. So at this point, you're bound and calibrated. And now for Wi-Fi FPV, you want to connect to the app. So first you go into the Wi-Fi settings of your mobile device, and you want to look for this setting here that says, or this entry here that says Wi-Fi 720p. and initially there will not be any default password or anything like that. So once you've connected to Wi-Fi 720p, you want to run this app, which is Wi-Fi UFO. Wi-Fi UFO, and it's in the Apple and Android app stores, and it has that icon. And so once you launch that, you will be greeted with this screen here, and you have some settings here on this icon where you can change some parameters. Right here you have some help files where you can see the meaning of certain icons and how to do things within the app. But most importantly, you want to run this play button. So once you launch the play button, right away you should get a Wi-Fi feed right there in the app. And the range of control with the transmitter and the Wi-Fi feed is somewhere between 60 to 100 meters. So that's the range. And now taking a closer look at the app here, this arrow will take you back to the main screen. This will take pictures, this will take video, this will go to your photo gallery, and then you have the option of turning on the virtual controls, because you can fly this quadcopter without using the transmitter. It is optional. So if you turn on the quadcopter and connect to the Wi-Fi, you can fly this purely off of the app. And so once you turn on the virtual controls, you can turn on altitude hold with this icon right here, and you will notice the left throttle stick is centered. You can change the rates right here in the middle, the 30, 60, and 100. You have the flips button there, your emergency shutoff button, your auto takeoff, auto land, your trims, left throttle stick, right rudder stick. This is the accelerometer control, so you can tilt your phone in whichever direction you want the drone to fly in, and it will fly in that direction. And then here in your settings, you can split the screen to put this in Wi-Fi FPV goggles. And you can also flip the video feed upside down. Calibrate the gyros and activate headless mode right here through the settings. So that's essentially it for the app. Now let's take it out for a small flight and see how it performs.
This is a homage beat.